let's get to it, guys. I'm here in the sauna. Tried to get a sweat. Of course, everybody saw the UFC card that got canceled today. It was like absolutely heartbreaking. Feel so bad for the fighter, the promotion, every matchmaker, coaches, training partner, families, everybody was involved. And it just is not. But we have to stay positive. We have to stay positive. If you are healthy, your family's healthy. That's what's mattering right now. A lot of this fan was looking forward for something. UFC was testing everybody, sending tests to everybody. Everybody was getting blood tested before the fight, and it was heartbreaking. I hope Gaethje was, Gaethje was ready, man. Gaethje was ready to become a world champion, and guess what? It didn't happen, and it's okay. It is what it is, and we're just gonna move on and see what happens.
I think that UFC 249 should be allowed to continue, and I will lay out why I think that is the case. UFC 249 canceled today. I didn't really like it. I think fighters should have the liberty and the freedom to make their own decisions whether they want to fight or not. Now, I'm not saying they should have a big crowd. I like the fact that it will be contained and just two people in there against each other. But really, when you think about it, a lot of these essential services, and I haven't been outside my house much at all. I've been quarantined for 28 days now, something totally ridiculous. But my mom's house, my brother's house, and the hardware store. My wife goes to the grocery store, I go to the hardware store. Okay? And so, say the grocery store or the hardware store, either one of those places, right? If you guys are going to go to the hardware store or someone's going to be working there, they're going to have a whole bunch of interaction. I mean, think about the amount of people they're going to interact with on an everyday basis. It's a freaking ton, okay? Now, if the fighters were going to need to go to fight, I guarantee their interactions are significantly less than someone who's working at a grocery store, a hardware store, etc., etc., etc. We've seen the numbers come down the last couple of days. I think that obviously this is getting better. I think a lot of people think this. And so I just don't see why the fighters can't fight. If they want to do it, I don't know. I don't think anyone should force them into it, but if they want to, because when it comes down to it, a lot of these people, this is how they make their living. A lot of these people are literally living fight to fight. And so this is not only affecting the people who had their fights canceled. So we've had every card since March 21st. All these fighters are getting way pushed back. And a lot of these people this is how they make a living. This is literally the only way that they make money. I think for a 20 to 30-year-old healthy adult male, there's probably a greater likelihood that you're going to sustain damage in a cage fight than you are interacting with a handful of people and getting the crook. People who don't have pre-existing conditions and people who aren't very old, they're kind of doing okay with the crook. It's not great, but the amount of fatalities is very, very low, and I don't want to trivialize death or anything, but for God's sakes, people, let these guys get in there and fight.
With that then in mind, how close were we to seeing you at 249? Were we close? Was there a deal on the table for you to do that in a couple of weeks' time?
There was a deal on the table. But when the full deal and the whole extent of it got brought through and how it was going to play out, the budget really wasn't there.
Yeah.
In a way, for what we were asking, the price tag that I put out there, they didn't want to pay. This other guy's is who knows if he was in or not, But on mine, my price wasn't met, And for the risk to reward factor, I wanted to get compensated. And that compensation really wasn't there, We weren't too far off either. We can make it work in the future for a fact, I think in July I'll be beheading this guy for the whole world to see.
Was that just the Usman offer, or was there other fighters offered to you as well?
There was fights offered. There was ideas. Ideas.
Okay.
Would you do this? Would you do that? And different price tags were thrown around, and stuff. So we didn't really come to an agreement,
It's a big fight, man. It's a big fight, isn't it? When that comes around, that's a huge fight.
Yeah, it's a big fight.
Would you say it's the biggest of your career to this point? Fighting for the welterweight title or not?
Parts of it, yes. Parts of it, no. Because a fight is just more than the guy that you have in front of you. It's also the moment.
Yeah.
It'll be fighting for the UFC title, so that's huge. But the skill set, no, my brother. This animal hunter has tamed much more ferocious animals and wild beasts than this mere insect in front of me. So as far as that goes, skill level goes, no. This individual will be tamed on that night. This matador will tame the wild animal, and with ease as well.
What skill set does Kamaru bring to that fight? What is the challenge for you that night?
I don't know, man. He's a boring ass dude, man. And here's the thing: if I'm speaking from a straight tactical point, he's not gonna want to strike, and he doesn't really fully commit to wrestling either. All he fully commits to is stalling. Just being a stall machine, man. You know, for the first time he didn't stall with this guy, and it was a kickboxing match, and the world gave him all types of praise for it because he wasn't his usual boring self, and he actually threw some fists. But we all know he's not going to throw fists when it comes to me. He's going to try to act like he's going to throw fists, and then he's going to go for the takedown, and he's going to quickly find out, I'll never get held down by that guy. I won't get out grappled by that guy. I'll put my life on it. I'll put my money on it. I'm firmly in a firm belief system that I'm a better fighter than him, and I'm going to prove it in July. Now, I don't want to keep making that guy famous, so let's talk about somebody else. That's going to happen, but that's going to happen in July, man.
Whose idea was the multiple personalities of Kamaru Usman? I thought it might be. Whoever put that together has done a wicked job.
The fine editing goes to my friend. I don't know if he wants to remain anonymous or get the full credit from it. He's heavy in the industry. But obviously, you know I'm not the editor. I just had ideas, pieces and stuff. And I'm like, man, I don't even got to say nothing, man. If this is an electoral campaign, this is exactly what I do. I just let this idiot murder himself. It's 1 week, he loves vanilla. The next, it's strawberry. This guy's going through a midlife crisis already, and I'm going to bring it to an end for him soon. You know?
What did you make?
Without being negative either. I just want to get that fight signed, get in there and do my job, you know?
All these people, they don't matter. They don't matter. What matters is the people who's involved, his coaches, his training partner, his family, the UFC. That's what's matter. All this troll, they don't really matter. What's matter is, you know, even Tony, to be honest with you, at the moment, he doesn't matter also. You know what I'm saying? He's not the champion. He don't get called a shot. Khabib, he's not afraid of nobody. Khabib for sure have to fight the winner. Khabib already, beginning of August, he's ready. He's ready to fight.
I'm sure you saw when all this was going on that Conor McGregor was quick to jump in and call Khabib a chicken. When you hear Conor say that about Khabib, what does that make you say?
It's crazy because this guy has been telling people to stay home, don't come outside. He's donating, spending millions of dollars. But now we know this shit is all fake. None of this shit is real because you're telling everybody to stay home. Now Khabib, the government of Russia said you can't travel. You're gonna call him a chicken. He doesn't matter. He's not number one. He's not number two. He's number three. It's Khabib, Justin, Tony. He's number 4. He's not even in the conversation right now. You know, he's just like a jealous prostitute. She's got too old for her to make money. Everybody making money, but he's like Khabib said, he's a prostitute. He knows he's over. His time is done. You know, people like watching his antics, but as a fighter, his fight is done. He's not even in the top 3. Why even talk? Or why you don't even jump on a plane and come fight Tony Ferguson? But he understands Tony Ferguson will beat his ass too. All these 3 guys will beat his ass. Justin, Tony, and Khabib.